Yo, 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 yo. Yo, check it.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do this. Hang on, we're gonna do this live, okay? I don't have to film my mouth. Hang on.
I'll do it live.
All right, hang on. Let me do this right. I want to do this the good way. Let me turn my camera on. Okay. Okay. Let me see if this will work. All right. good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I am Makini 90, artist, journeyman, and illustrator, and we welcome you back to Makini Live. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you guys here again. We're doing little page turners here as I got something I'm going to share with y'all. The most recent page of Makini Sketch Diary. We're done. Yeah, we're done. Sorry, but finished. Finished Sport Culture Show. So, yeah, that's it. Stream's over. Good night, everyone. Bye.
All right.
I'm kidding. We're not done. We just started. I always want to do that. Anyway.
We've only dropped 8 subscribers. Good job. 20 more to 900.
Bruce, don't you dare. Don't you dare. We gained 1. Okay? I'm checking right now. We actually gained 1 subscriber from that. So, ha! Oops, sorry.
It reminds me of Connery versus Trebek so much. I got you again, Trebek. Ah!
Fucker. Don't scare me like that. Anyway, how's it going, y'all? Welcome to Makini. Welcome to Makini Live because I'm having some fun right now. Just wanted to message y'all. Megatron, you did not unsub, motherfucker.
Megatron didn't subscribe. He's like, nice booty.
Anyway, I'll just, you know what? We'll just have this up. We'll just have this.
We'll do it live.
Let me drive the view count back up again. Hang on. Here we go. Some drunk girl and a drunk a girl in a kimono who's white girl wasted.
You've never been to Okinawa, have you? There's plenty of natives there that get white girl wasted.
Okay. Anyway,
as much as I want to have a monopoly on drunken and disorderly conduct, I can't. There's been people before me.
Bruce.
Yes.
Listen, I'm not trying to say I should not eat with my mouth closed. Open.
Tune in today, kids, and see
I'm
if
just saying, Bruce.
Bruce,
we're on. You understand what platform we're on, and the last thing I want is to get yeeted off the platform for something that you said.
Rumble's only $10 a month.
Because my anger will be that will be enough to power an entire city for the next 1,000 years. If you even think about that for a second, to try to get my channel yeeted off. Okay.
I'm not.
So watch it, Buster.
Uh-huh.
Oh well, Bruce, Matt, how are y'all doing today?
I was trying to get drunk and disorderly, but I guess I can't now.
This, you know what? This was unplanned intro. I wanted to do it like that. I just want to have some fun with y'all. So okay.
It's still getting brave. Megatron's daring me to do it, dude. My light bill's kicking my ass.
Exactly. Anyway, how are y'all doing? Happy 4th of July weekend. Hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. How's it going? Okay. I'm not getting much responses from y'all right now.
I'm having a great day.
Man, it looks absolutely pretty what you got going on down there.
Thank you. Continuation of last week's project.
I love it. That's sweet. Both y'all are in onesies.
Yeah. Just again, it's something I started. It's very Sailor Moon inspired for anyone who might have missed that. But I started it on Mother's Day, and life was just so chaotic. I never got a chance to finish it.
Anyway, hopefully you'll be able to finish in this stream. But
There's
what we did finish is this before the stream. Yeah, before I even went live, I already finished it. So Monday video tomorrow. We'll start on a new page today. So that's the plan. So you get to watch me in action as I try to figure out what to draw to the next page. So you'll just have to stick with me on it. So anyway,
I think
let's say hi to the chat. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday, great weekend. If you guys can, please share the stream out. Step on that like button. We got some updates as well. And there you go. First up, of course, our resident CSF Nation ambassador. Grumpy, good to see you, my friend. The strike counts has been reverted. You're back to 0. So you have 0 strikes. Please keep that range. It was at the request of Mad's Mama Bear.
We're not losing Grumpy.
And thank you for the stickers listening. I will have another sticker listing hopefully soon. You have to stay tuned for that. Mostly Unstable Amphibian. Hey, Amphibian, hail! That's Mama Bear. More behind. Thank you for that. Ray Fabian, good friend to see you. Thank you. 14 more to go. Yes, 14 more to go, guys. 14 more till 900. Can it happen this week? Can it happen today? Can it happen this month? Let's get to 900 before the end of this month. What do you say, guys? Come on.
We can do it.
14. Just all we need is 14. All we need is 14 people. Just 14 people hit subscribe. Please hit 14. If you guys brand new here, subscribe. We're so close to 900. We're so close to 1,000. Bruce, make 14 accounts. Didn't.
Okay.
Oh, that was a tongue slip. Sorry, slip of the tongue there.
Funny though.
We're joking, Auntie Susan. We're joking. Okay, we're joking.
Don't confuse Auntie Susan. She doesn't know what comedy is. Apparently,
we're joking. We're joking.
Gotta remember, Demogeni's not feeling well right now, so she's gonna be grumpy.
what's wrong with the Majinai?
I think he's got a cold.
Oh,
Poor guy.
all right. For D, let's say make sure he feels better. Show him this to make him feel better.
Yeah. So Auntie Susan does not get her eye candy right now. So.
No, would anybody want eye candy from Auntie Susan? Just said that out again. Anyway, sorry. We love you, Aunt Susan. We love you.
I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there that wants to see Rule 34 between Auntie Susan.
Not in that kind of way. We love you. Sorry. Anyway.
Auntie Susan and Kathleen Kennedy, Rule 34. I mean, they look like sisters as is, so.
Oh my God. Bruce, stop. Please stop. Just.
How about new?
I almost threw up there.
You could almost smell that video, couldn't you?
I almost threw up there. Anyway.
Bad Burgundy wine, regret.
Anyway, for as we get going, I realize I have not done this clip in a while, and because Grumpy is here, I gotta bring him this clip.
Oh, you slay me, tiger. You are the fly in my soup. You are the eyelash in my eye. You are so busy blowing out bad vibes in every direction that we are all choking on your secondhand smoke.
Knock it off!
That's all of us snapping in unison. That's the CSF Nation. Oh, I'm sorry, the CSF World Order. We're not
CSF World Order.
We're not that other kind of world order that people are talking about right now, but how about this? Join CSF Nation. Our gas prices are pretty low.
$1.87.
But our meme prices are pretty high.
How much are you paying out there for $1 for a pound of ground beef?
You mean this kind of ground beef right here in front of you?
No, not like not that kind of ground beef, although it is edible. Nom
Yeah.
nom nom.
All right, I'll stop. Thank y'all guys, and thank you, Parrot Head, for the occasional Boomer Key 90. You guys are loving the intro, apparently. So, I smoke French bread World Order. What's that episode? Fuck off, Parrot Head.
I love Parrot Head.
Hey, Jaffo. And Shell back with a Badonkadonk. There you go. Are we going to get a booty inspector? I'm just wondering about that. Anyway. All right, who is those? We got Max Relax. Good to see you, my friend. Ooh, boy. There we go. That's a hot one. Hell, Guitar Sound. Good to see y'all here. All right. We're here. We're all here. Happy Sunday. Happy New Year. New week. New week. I was kind of want this year to be over, to be honest. Anyway, how do y'all feeling? How do y'all feeling today? We are going to start a brand new drawing on this panel. So, this is your chance to watch as I screw it up as we go along.
But we're still at 0, so we're doing good.
0 what?
We're not at 3 Boomerkinis.
No, I've gotten better.
I do miss the daily Dorito face that we used to see.
I've gotten better. Listen, I've been doing this for 7 seasons. I've gotten better. So
hold on, are you talking like 1980s like TV seasons where they gave you 26 episodes? Are you talking like Amazon or Disney Plus seasons where they give you 6?
I'm not turning off my camera, or I'm not turning off my mic when the camera's on, or when we go live, or after the intro's playing. I've gotten better than that, Bruce. I've improved.
Mrs. Lucky Neko is here. Hello, Lucky.
Hi, Lucky. How's it going? How you guys doing? We're not doing that. Stunning. But I think I got an idea. I think. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get this in here. But anyway, how was y'all's week? I know it's been a kind of an interesting week around the area with, talks of this and that, and now it feels like we're back in 2017 again, thanks to some hit pieces and all that good stuff.
I could care less about those hit pieces.
I'm more disappointed by the fact that I'm not involved yet. What do I have to do to get a hit piece? I'm just wondering. I feel like I'm too safe. I feel like I'm an easy target, I guess. I feel like there's not enough on me to get like a hit piece or anything.
If Anita Sarkeesian was a mute, she'd be cute.
Anyway.
Anyway, thank you, Mads.
You do realize nobody in your melanin count was targeted in that hit piece.
I know that. I'm just saying, what do I got to do to get hit a piece? I mean, that's why I was with Riot Kitty. What you said, it's like, it's nothing on me, so I don't really. I feel left out sometimes. I feel left out. Come on. I'm not asking people to make a hit piece. No, I'm not. I don't want that. Please, let's not do that. I'm joking.
Hey, there's not a lot of people I will go to bat for still, but you are one of them.
Anyway, so a lot of stuff's been going on. I will finally see Top Gun Maverick tomorrow for July 4th. It's a celebration. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to a lot of things, I guess you could say. I'm looking forward to a lot. Oh, no,
Yes.
Ray. No, Ray.
Yes.
We're not talking about that clown. We are not talking about that clown here.
Oh, come on. Why not?
We are not talking about that clown. If you guys are not familiar, there's a certain clown has been blowing up Twitter all this week thanks to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. The amount of fan art I've seen of that clown, and I mean literal clown, not like metaphorical clown. I mean literal clown.
I don't know what Twitter is, so okay.
Good.
I have no idea. My 7 murder
that would be my kind of Star Wars show back.
Exactly. Arno, maybe not. I might surprise you.
Son of a BB.
You just gotta figure something out. I'm just like, the funny thing is I've been on like this more. I think I'm gonna be more open-ended moving forward with the next couple of pages, and just kind of do whatever comes to mind, and the focus is on just kind of keeping it light, on being smart about my line work and such. So I'm getting better. I'm getting there. And we'll get into a discussion about it. That will be the art talk, and that's what I'm going to call it. That's what I call those segments that I do for the sketch diary videos on Monday. I'm going to call it art talk segments. So
okay.
We're going to get into that. We got plenty to get into, guys. Stay tuned, as I haven't even touched a single line, as my pencil hasn't even touched this paper yet. I'm still trying to figure something out. It's only been 20 minutes. Okay. All right, work with me here. Anyway, okay, I know this is gonna be a really weird topic to get into, but on the Sunday Culture Review, we went into the whole Lightyear thing, and it went into this really long discussion about just kind of Pixar in general. So much so that like me and Bruce were talking more about it backstage, and I know Bruce has a lot to say right now. Getting into it, so let me kind of preface this. So, and I see Freddie is here. Good to see you. Good to see y'all here. Good to see y'all here. We got some new names here. Good job. So, how do I begin? Where would I begin? The topic of discussion was Lightyear, it's not doing as prolific in as much as Disney and Pixar wanted it to at the box office. And it went into this discussion of just kind of where we saw kind of the signs of the studio, not like where you say like from like the first Toy Story up until I want to say like Toy Story 3 or so, like those 10 years, that was like the golden age. And then from like 2010 up until I want to say 20, I want to say at least 2020, I'll say. That was definitely the silver age, because I forgot one film in there that I've heard nothing but praise for. And I completely forgot about that film that came out in 2020, and I forgot what the name was. Coco, that's what it was. By the way, I am making. By the way, and I want you guys to hold me on this.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to hold me on this. I will be doing more Day of the Dead art in October.
Oops.
I will be doing another Day of the Dead art, and I want you guys to hold me on that.
Okay.
Because I love that. I missed out last year, and I told myself I was going to. I completely missed out. I want to do more Day of the Dead art. October.
I'll hold you to it, particularly.
Yeah, hold me on that, please. Thank
if
you.
You want to do like Mama Imelda from Coco.
Yeah. anyway,
Yeah, I never saw Coco.
so like from like 2010 to 2020, I can say that was like the silver age. And then I look at the I just kind of look at the slate now and just kind of where you can feel that Disney's hand is starting to really come in is like now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then this isn't. And listen, guys, I say this as somebody who loved to get in who loved Pixar growing up. Someone who always wanted to get into Pixar. Somebody whose aunt who always wanted to see me get a job at Pixar. And it's sad because today's her birthday and she's not with us anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, it's sorry. Yeah, I just had to just a little moment of silence. Just today's my aunt's birthday, and 5 years ago she lost her battle with breast cancer. So it's kind of kind of seldom. So sorry about that. That's but she always wanted to see me get a job at Pixar just because of what I can do, you know. So that, but off topic. Anyway, back to it. It's just I say this, I look at this as just someone who's loved Pixar, who grew up loving Pixar, who was just ecstatic, who felt that every single Pixar film was a complete masterpiece. And then Cars 2 happened. And then you realize kind of where the kind of like, oh, that was good. Okay, they make it out with Brave. Okay, Brave was all right. Then they came out with Monsters University. I absolutely loved. It's like I dub it the Silver Age because there were films that I absolutely loved and adored, and there were films that I just thought were just forgettable.
I want to forget Brave. Both times I attempted to watch it, I fell asleep.
Not for everybody.
As a man that loves gingers, I must tell you, I love gingers.
And Celtic, anything Celtic, which you're not alone. Anything Celtic and Nordic folklore. We have established this channel was basically that I'm half Norwegian. Or at least I have some Viking blood in me. Because of the people I hang out with. I feel like I've been adopted. I feel like Loki's my half brother now.
Hey, Makini, have you read Infinite Tale?
Say it again.
Have you read the Infinite Tale Chronicles that Chris Fisk did?
I have heard of it.
Okay. I just finished it today. I mean, it's not a deep graphic novel. It's like 26 pages, but it's really good. And so I just was wondering if you'd read that.
I'm sorry, guys. If I'm not I'm still trying to figure out what to do, but I think I got something. Let me.
And Grumpy brings up something. The Scheimer and Filmation shows that I grew up with, from Jason of Star Command through She-Ra, those were fantastic, and I'm going to include even especially the Flash Gordon one from the early 80s, because they used rotoscoping and they had actual talent going into it. The only problem with He-Man is that you'll have sometimes there'll be a series of frames they reuse from show to show to show whenever people are running or people are punching or something like that. You'll see the recycled little bits like that, but the majority of it they drew 80% or 90% of all the frames for each individual episode. So I really like Grumpy brings that out, and I'm like, man, that. And now that he's brought that to mind, Infantile Chronicles would fit perfectly with Lou Scheimer's work. And I got to tell Chris Fisk that because I love what he's doing. But yeah, practical effects and rotoscoping, all that stuff. That's the way that whenever I watch those, I feel like a kid again. No offense, I was 20 when Toy Story 1 came out, and went to see my new girlfriend at the time when I turned 21 to go see it. That was my birthday present from her.
It was groundbreaking.
And that was a really great movie. From 95 to 2010, I'm going to agree.
It was groundbreaking. The first one was groundbreaking. It really was. Dude,
they showed a portion of it where the guy's working on a PC. He says, I have to have Buzz's or Woody's mouth make certain movements, certain muscle movements when these sounds come out. And so they start doing the basic pronunciation of all the words and particles of various words. And you can see how they do that. And that was really cool. I was impressed. I'd never seen anything or even thought of that before. But of course, these guys are computer graphics artists. They're a little bit more educated than myself, and they're very good at their trade. And they've been doing this preparation for 3-4 years with Toy Story. And from Toy Story to Ratatouille,
that's another one I loved. God,
Ratatouille was like the 7th idea they had, because all these movies, the first 7 films of Pixar were done pretty much just kind of on note paper at a restaurant. These guys were discussing things. Lasseter was part of it, I believe, and they said they want to do these 6 features or 7 features, and they give us DVDs and media that I would believe is must-own media for any family, for any household. And you could enjoy those first 7 movies at any age. I wish I was a young boy when Toy Story came out. I wasn't. I was an adult by that time. But from there to 2010, we had the golden age. And I don't really think, I guess Cars 2 was the start of the downhill slope. And you're a lot more favorable to Pixar than I am, because I wasn't a super fan of Cars or Planes. I thought both of those movies were, let's just sell some stuff.
It was selling toys, yeah.
Let's sell toys to kids. I mean, Lucas did it, and Lucas did great with it. He put out 2 Ewok movies on ABC to continue the sales of the plush toys for Ewoks. And you all know how I feel about Ewoks. So,
but that cartoon was awesome. It was a great Saturday morning cartoon.
I love the Joyce cartoon.
Like, what was it? What was it in the late '80s? They actually did have an Ewoks cartoon.
They did. It was right before, right after Detroit.
Yeah.
I don't like Ewoks, so I kind of abstained from that as a boy. I was like 11 or 12 when it came out, and I just didn't like Ewoks. When '83 happened, and they were showing us like some pre-Return of the Jedi stuff. Originally, it was supposed to be on the Wookiee planet of Kashyyyk. That would have been great.
There you go. Oh, now I know where she got it from. There you go. Sorry.
That would have been the much better movie, but George Lucas was being pushed by the movie studios to wrap up this trilogy. He wanted to make more movies, and so we got stuck with Return of the Jedi, and I use that term, we got stuck with it. It's not my favorite movie in the trilogy by any measure.
I love it.
I wanted to see Wookiees ripping off arms of stormtroopers. We were promised that. There's a deal here from episode 4. Have you ever seen a Wookiee rip someone's arms out of their sockets? We have a whole planet of Wookiees and stormtroopers. Fuck, this will be the greatest movie ever. No, I still haven't seen that. And they would ruin that too if they did that nowadays. But back when I was like 8, I was thinking, man, we're going to see one of the greatest movies of all time, because the stormtroopers are going to be getting just diced. And instead we got fucking Ewoks. I'm still pissed about this. And then they said, we want you to wrap up your trilogy. And George's like, trilogy? And so now we have to have Luke and Leia be brother and sister, because that wasn't originally how they were conceived in his mind. They could have continued to romance that started in Empire Strikes Back. And it just kind of makes you upset when you go back in time and you read all the things that were originally planned versus the product that came out. I'm not a fan of Return of the Jedi, and I always parallel Lucasfilm to Pixar, because when Lucasfilm had their first product come out, they were gold. You could sell those to families and kids. You could have a whole toy line, and then we got Return of the Jedi and whatever. But the toy line was great because you could go home after school every day, and you could make new movies in your head. And if your buddies were on board with it, you guys would be playing out in your sandbox with your Kenner action figures, and you'd do that for years. And most of us did. So that's why I particularly have a huge love for Kenner and for Star Wars. It's not for any of the movies that came out. The movies that came out were all right. After Return of the Jedi, it's a real mixed bag. But the toys are what it was. It was solidified it for me. And then these young kids, they had great movies up until Toy Story 3. And after that, you get things like Cars and Brave, which are kind of good. Tangled was a great movie.
Oh yeah.
I've never watched Frozen all the way through. I just get kind of bored with that to the point where I think I'm going to fall asleep like I did in the movie Brave. So let me turn it off.
Just as long as you don't sing "Let It Go," we're good. Just let's. I've had enough of my. I had enough of my knee. I have enough of my little cousin. I was coming out. I was like,
I need her. I need her post office box. I'm going to send her the kazoo and the songbook for Frozen for you. That way, you guys can get repeat performances every family dinner.
I hate you. I hate you.
The fact they made that toy with a recorder and the songbook from Frozen 1 and 2, that is gold. They knew what they were doing. Whereas Tom and all these guys are like, when you see the Minions Let's Scissor things, they know what they're doing here. No. When the toy designers put a recorder and the songbook and how to read music together and they sell it and market it to kids.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna interrupt you because my family does watch this. And guys, if any of you,
I'm on my best behavior. Okay.
Hold on, because my family does
I'm on
watch
my best behavior. All right.
And if any of you think of giving my daughter that recorder and book, I will send you a video of it flying out the window. Y'all know how I feel about noisy toys.
I was about to send it to you. I'll have to close that tab.
I kid you not. It'll make a great noise as it flies out the window. That's the only noise it'll make.
I don't know what the original concept was, Ray. All I know is that the finished product of Brave and Frozen are both mid-tier movies for me, which are passable. Go ahead, pass it by.
Frozen's original concept, Elsa was going to be the villain until they wrote down and heard her singing "Let It Go," and then they realized that wasn't so much of a villain song as it was a coming into your own song.
Exactly.
Parrot, her dad already tried that, and it went straight to his parents.
Showback's asking, when do you want to have a drum kit for Baby Bear?
That was Parrot Head, and her dad already tried that, and I told him it was staying at his parents.
Let me put it this way.
People have even tried sending Furbies here, and funniest damn thing, I kid you not, I was watching Supernatural. They did the exorcism right, and the Furby stopped working after that. I'm not saying they're evil. I'm just saying that's a mighty interesting coincidence.
That's hilarious. On a level that I wasn't expecting for this stream, I owe Mads a bottle of wine. That's funny.
Or at least some more Mama Bear coffee.
The thing is, that is actually 100% true too.
That's messed up. That's messed up. Oh my god, that's funny.
I just like putting Furbies in a room with each other and just letting them learn how to talk.
Can we get back to kind of the point on topic here?
Sorry.
Pixar? Okay.
Regardless, I do think that it's just, I say it's Silver Age just because there was a lot of Pixar films that I ended up loving. And a lot of films I didn't get the chance to see, but I absolutely heard nothing but great things about it. Like I said before, I love Monsters University. I loved Inside Out. Absolute gems in my opinion. And it showed that they're still great. They still can make great stuff. Even past Toy Story 3, even past
Incredible Part 2. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely loved it. Maybe not as much as the first one, but it was a great follow-up.
Well, wait. I don't think it needs to be better than the first one.
No, it doesn't
need to be great.
It's just great. I loved it. I absolutely love The Incredibles 2.
It pisses me off it took them 20 years to do it.
It did, yeah.
Like I don't need to see a movie of that family every 2 decades.
No, we don't need every 2. No, I'm not saying it's like, oh, this should have been like
4 years later,
right after the first film, or
later.
should have been like maybe at least like 5, 6, 7 years after.
We could have skipped Cars 2 or Planes.
I agree. Skip that and then give us a proper Incredibles 2. In fact, to be honest, I would have loved an entire universe just based off of that.
We should have a whole universe based off The Incredibles.
Because that's actually a great...
The second DVD in the DVD package gives you all of the superheroes that are featured in still frames, like whenever...
Yeah.
You get to see all the different heroes that have been in the Incredibles universe. We could have had... Ray!
What?
It was more than that. Shut up.
Listen, Mr. Binkman, I'm going to say that if you need that,
Bruce, don't even go that far with that idea.
Bing.com has a wonderful image search. And secondly, Makini is a red-blooded American male. I'm never going to lay him at the altar of blame.
I'm not going to. No, I'm not. I'm just saying it was more than that, dude. Come on.
I mean, she rides a motorcycle. It's great.
No, it was. I loved it, but still, I'm just never.
All I've got to do is just my Shellback impersonation. Buttermilk.
Okay, let's go. Anyway, let's continue. Bottom line is, I'm worried about where it's going. I am worried about the state of Pixar as such as it is now, because it feels like the magic is gone now. It feels like the magic is somewhat gone, or somewhat not there as used to. And I think a lot of it was on the strength of Lasseter himself. I wasn't a fan of Lasseter at first, just because I understood that Cars was basically his passion project. And, well, sometimes passion can be blinding. Oh,
come on. The tramp stamp on the Porsche was great. That was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't find it funny? I found it hilarious.
No, it's just there's so much more to it, and it's just like Lasseter, he was given so much. And the thing is, and I said that, and we said this before on his Culture Show, he was stretched thin because he was working between Pixar and Disney's Disney animation. that was Disney Animation. That was, that's the team behind, of course, both Planes films, or at least the second Plane. Well, was Planes Fire and Rescue? That was under Pixar, right?
Yeah, I think
I thought
so.
it was Pixar.
That was Pixar. Tangled was under Disney. Of course, Frozen was under Disney. Big Hero 6, which I absolutely love and adore, was under Disney. God, I'm gonna watch that. God, I'm gonna do like a watch party of Big Hero 6 now. I'm sorry, I am.
I'm
Chill
down
back.
for
We're
that.
not bad
I
on the
am
Cars
down for
Part
any
1.
cartoons.
Oh, sorry. I was sorry. I was just sorry. But just a lot of stuff was under Disney's animation department, and Kanto, which is great. I've heard great things about, is under Disney, not Pixar. So,
What's the one movie you can put in, even if you just watch like 10 minutes of it, and you can feel like you're being transported back to the theaters at a better or earlier time in your life? What's the one movie you can
I
do
can
that
think
with?
of a lot of them though, man. There's a lot. And are we just referring to just Pixar in general?
Yeah.
All three Toy Story films. All three Toy Story films, Monsters Incorporated, hands down. Both Monsters films. Monsters Incorporated.
Grumpy's
Monsters
like
University,
RoboCop.
The Incredibles. There's a lot. Even A Bug's Life, surprisingly. But I guess to kind of drive things back home is just look at Lightyear, and it just feels unnecessary. I just think it just looks unnecessary, especially when I personally, and I've said this multiple times, I refuse to watch Toy Story 4. I refuse to
There's
watch
a
Toy
fourth
Story
one?
4. Yeah, I refuse to watch Toy Story 4.
Wow.
I refuse to watch it because 3 was the perfect ending, and there was no need for a fourth.
People tell me about that, about Star Wars and Matrix too. There was like extra Star Wars movies that came out. I don't care. Matrix Part 4 came out. I don't care.
Wait a minute, there was extra Star Wars films?
Yeah, they didn't do this one called the Heir to the Empire. They did something else. I have no idea, and I don't give a shit.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
But
You get what I'm saying. It's just like 3 was so perfect, and it almost teared me up at the end that I was like, I cannot picture. I don't want that to be tainted, so that's why I refused to watch 4. I just didn't see there was no need for it when 3 was just such a perfect ending.
I thought 3 was a great ending, and I thought
It was a perfect ending to what I think is probably one of the greatest trilogies in films, or at least one of the greatest trilogies where like all 3 films are masterpieces.
one of the top 3 trilogies ever made.
Mm-hmm. One of the top 3 trilogies ever made. Yeah.
First would be Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
No complaints here. But yeah, it's just Lightyear just felt unnecessary, and it wasn't because of the gay kiss and such like that. And that's only a blink and you miss it scenario. The problem,
it's not even a gay kiss. It's not.
even, yeah, exactly. But the problem is that they propped it up. And I'm saying the media.
The media made it seem like it was like this, like tongue on tongue, 2 characters wrapped in each other's arms.
They made it such a big deal instead of not focusing on it being about Buzz Lightyear himself.
Buzz's meaty hand wrapped around the back of the skull of his gay lover as he promises exchanging oxygen with him later.
Stop.
No, it was none of that. It's like a peck on the lips, and that's it.
Yeah, that
like
was it.
Your grandmother.
But they just made such a big stint about it that I think that was part of why it didn't do as well in the box office, just because of the marketing. The marketing really killed it.
I think what we're hitting on here is that Disney's marketing department needs to be shuffled off because for the past decade it's been shit.
And the same goes for Turning Red, because Turning Red deserved to be in theaters.
Yeah, we got Turning Red online, which nobody that sees it can do anything but say that was a really good movie. That was a really good
Exactly.
movie. That was a really good movie. And then
It's
you
like
have
that was my thing, and I know Matt's gonna test this to me. It's like, don't look past the media talk. Look past the media everybody's saying.
It's the media talk that's more and more driving me crazy with like everything.
Yeah.
Because anytime you
I'm
mention
saying this. Oh, sorry. Let me. I'm just saying this because.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
no,
this because. I'm saying this for everything. I'm saying this for everything, and I am not, and it's not slight against any of my colleagues, any person, any of the people that I hang with. It's because I love them to death. I love their content for that. I'm just saying, in general. Go ahead, Matt.
It's just anytime you mention Turning Red, you always, have somebody throwing hate at it that's media based. I mean,
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
even sitting in Demogenize chat, and somebody was going on about how it's Cuties animated, and I'm like,
It's not.
It's nowhere. Anyone who would think that after seeing that really should have their browser checked.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, and it's just like the thing is this. I felt that at first, but then I looked more into it. I was like, okay, that's not the case at all. And it was just because of that. I don't know if you guys remember this one article. I forgot who it was, but somebody made this article, a review of Kitty's. No, not that. A review of Turning Red, and they said it was. I think the headline was like Turning Red was fun, funny, very cute, adorable, and unapologetically horny. I was like, what?
That is somebody who should have their browser history checked.
Yeah, I was like, that was a weird thing to say. I was like, what the hell? It's just discourse. Discourse can make and break a film, and I'm worried that just being under Disney's umbrella, that it's affected Pixar now.
Mm-hmm.
It's affected Pixar to a great extent, and I don't want to see that. I want them to return to form, and I want to make sure, return to form, return to their humbleness. It was like, you guys want to try to find an excuse. You guys try to find so many excuses to get rid of Lasseter, but you realize that Lasseter really was what helped bring you guys into the fold.
Yeah.
Why you guys became a household name.
Everything Lasseter touched turned to gold.
And where is he at now? He's at Skydance, and he's brought plenty of people from Pixar with him.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. It's all right.
I do want to say, if we could make not a lot of conversation about the Netflix kid movie that we just talked about.
No.
I don't want the bot to come after us.
There's only one piece.
I only said it just for the quote accuracy.
Yeah, as a quote. Yeah, exactly.
Because I can feel my blood pressure rising.
Yeah, let's not.
Hey, I'm a parent. I hate that movie.
No. I'm saying let's turn it away. Let's turn it away, guys.
I couldn't even sit through the ads of it.
Damn, you hate so much you can't even sit through the ads of it. Even when the ads piss you off, you're just like, oh my god, but yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. So just
yeah, I'm pretty okay with anybody.
I just think there's a drop in quality. I think there's still some gems there, but for Pixar, I do think that just everything that's been going on, I think it has affected the quality. And
so we should probably tell our friends that when you see a new movie coming out that's a sequel or in the same universe, you want to check the creative team behind it and make sure they're not doing a cash grab. You want to make sure
there's some actual thought into it.
They've put actual deliberate thought in how would this be a great continuation of the story we started before. Because everybody is in agreement. Toy Story 3 is amazing. The ending had me in tears. The ending did have me crying because they accepted their fate before they were saved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you are really worried about the fucking toys, which I thought afterwards, like, that was pretty stupid of me. I'm a 35-year-old man, and I'm bawling because a dinosaur is accepting his fate, which I laughed about that for hours afterwards.
Rex is one of my favorite characters. Rex is like hands down one of my favorite characters.
Hold on.
Oil.
Apparently, I summoned him. Hey, D. Hope you're feeling better, babe.
Hey, D.
We're
here for you. D, we're here for you. Hope you're feeling better. Let me do something for you. Let me give you some science. Here, let me give you some science to make you feel better. This is a remedy. Okay.
Get the booty break going on there, Makini. Start showing them some of your
Snow Dub.
sketchbook.
I'm channeling my inner Snow Dub here, but hopefully this makes you feel better, D. Here's some remedy for you.
Yeah.
Some science for you. Anyway.
I just looked up and I realized me and Mads aren't even on screen. Oops.
I'm not worried.
Sorry.
Okay.
We're oh my god, I am. Oh god, you guys aren't on screen. I am feeling so bad. I am terrible. That was terrible of me. Shit.
I'm just giving you shit, brother.
I think you got an approval on that one.
Oh, love you, D. Love you, D. Just hope you feel better, man.
Yep.
You know, one of these days,
Anyway,
you guys ought to do a stream together and talk about various, because you guys both talk about art in its various forms.
Everything, so much anime, everything. I know it's gonna be
You owe it to us.
It will be some of the funnest 3 hours I have ever had.
Yeah.
And that's not throwing shade at any other guests that we've had before. I'm just saying.
We've had Fatal G on here, but Demogeni,
it will be a case of what happened with me and Nick Weiser. Once we start, we can't stop. We just go. You just have to let us go. Just go.
The pimp and the art pimp together on a stream. That would be epic.
Don't even try to stop them and tell them, hey, it's been 3 hours. No, we're just still gonna
clean up in aisle Mads. Clean up in aisle Mads.
Of course, this is exactly. This is exactly Mads' response right here.
What?
Oh my God!
I see Johnny K just stepped up in here. Johnny, good to see you, my friend. I gotta share some. I gotta share Johnny's. I gotta share his work. I got to. Because his work is worth sharing, y'all. If you guys aren't following Johnny Cage on Twitter, what are y'all doing?
What's Twitter?
Follow this man! I'll give you a reason why. Hang on. I'll give you a reason why. This is one of his recent pieces, by the way. Just take a nice long look.
Mm-hmm.
And earlier I said I love gingers. Yeah. Oh yeah,
dude.
Johnny
it's like
Cage.
everything that I loved about Mary Jane Watson summed up in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
Every single little thing. I feel blessed. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. Love your work, guys. If you guys not following Johnny Cage on Twitter, do so. This man's work is absolutely amazing, from sketch to inks to colors.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime, my friend. Anytime. Anyway, oh my God, this been going through a lot. Anyway, yes, and Memes, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well, Memes.
Hey, Memes, I did some push-ups earlier on camera. Well, you weren't live, but I did them.
You did.
When I don't have any other. Wait, hold on a second. Maybe I do. Hang on.
Holding.
I'm trying to look for another charger.
What type of Samsung do you have where the battery dies in the first 59 minutes?
It's because I've been using it a lot.
Okay. Demogeni says, "You guys are the best. I am a fan of the back shot." Mhm.
Thank you. I know you can't hear me because I'm under my desk right now trying to charge my phone.
He says thank you if you can't hear him.
There you go. My mic has gotten a lot better. You guys are amazing. Anyway. All right, I'm sorry. All over the place. Let me see. Let me make sure my phone's charged up. Is it charged? Thank you. Now I can continue recording. All right. Anyway, so yeah, it's just that's just how I feel. Just with Pixar, I hope for the best. I know that it's not some positive. I know, just kind of keep an eye out for the signs for the next film and such like that. So, but I want to see Pixar come back to its form, go back to its former glory, and sooner than later.
I want to say I agree with you, but instead,
but the times have passed. But the times have passed, basically.
I'm going to throw my love to Skydance.
Mm-hmm. The magic's not there anymore. That's basically what you're saying, right?
Yeah, they're not going to make any magic. They're going to make soulless cash grabs.
Mm-hmm.
So if Skydance comes out with new inventive product, I will look at their new inventive product and then probably spend money on it. But I'm not going to follow Pixar, because if I look at the creative team and it's the same people behind the last 12 years of mediocre crap, I'm just not going to be excited about seeing it in the theater. They had one movie that I felt could be owned by anybody and enjoy it, and that was Incredibles Part 2. They've had other good movies since then. Inside Out was good. Coco's got good reviews. I've not seen either of those movies, but The Incredibles Part 2 was something that they had actual talent behind, and somebody that knows how to write a good script got in there and they did the Lord's work and made it to where you could watch it 5, 6, 7, 8 times and not feel like it's getting old hat.
Exactly. And that was kind of my extent with and my stint with Lightyear is I just feel it's unnecessary. I just feel it's ultimately unnecessary, and I think the marketing really did a disservice to the film. And I think that's a lot of case for a lot of marketing that we're seeing nowadays, of just doing a complete, disservice. So that's I think that's what we'll stick with there. Besides next, besides doesn't
you gotta follow the science.
Yeah. Where did follow the science lead to you there, Doctor? Just wondering. Just saying. We don't talk politics on this channel. That's not what we're here to talk about. But I think I got something going on here. It's just, and we're gonna get into kind of the bigger, kind of the main discussion, because I really do appreciate the feedback that I got last week, and I'm somebody who takes criticisms, and I take that to heart, and I usually respond well with that.
You can give them good platitudes. You can say, "Man, that's a great photo you got there that you've transferred into an ink drawing. That's amazing." He won't take that compliment worth a shit. You give him some visceral, bloodletting of criticism, and he will be like, "I think you're absolutely right."
Or even just the best even be very constructive about it. I appreciate that so much. And I mean it when I say that. I take it to heart. It's always because I want to be better. I want to learn, grow, build my base, all that good stuff. And I am drawing outside of my camera right now. Sorry, wait. I was like, I'm doing a hair right now, and my camera's not even showing it. Just shows the top of my finger.
Okay, that's actually starting to look pretty cool.
It is? Is it?
I wasn't actually looking at yours.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh,
Whoa,
sorry.
Johnny.
Never mind. Sorry. Never mind. Carry on.
Love you.
Johnny Alm's in chat.
Johnny, good to see you, my friend. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh my God, this has been a crazy.
Skydance's luck looks and feels like a missing Pixar picture from the teaser. I'll have to look up luck.
Me and Stacey like sexy dinosaurs.
Yeah, I noticed.
Were you into Jurassic Park? I'm curious. I never could get. I am going to get sacrificed on the cross for this.
Mm-hmm.
I never cared about Jurassic Park, to be honest.
All right.
It just wasn't. I guess it just wasn't for me.
Yeah,
I saw the first one, loved it, and I know how amazing and groundbreaking it is. It is. It truly is. It's just didn't catch me as much as others could, I guess, for being my age. Although it probably should.
I thoroughly enjoy actually the Jurassic Park franchise.
Mm-hmm.
For reasons even I can't really explain, because I was never really a big dinosaur fan growing up and all of that. Mm-hmm. But there's just something that was just so fun, so whimsical about the idea behind it that really appealed to me. I mean, I guess it's just I love the idea of a giant puppy dog or something like that, and some of those really did come across that way. But I will never.
Stop. Hold on a second.
What?
Stunning. Stunning, I'm about to get Stunning. You gonna lose your Fortnite privileges with me, okay? I'm about to unfriend you on Fortnite, and I'm about to kick you out of the CSF Nation chat. He gonna keep messing with me, okay? Don't even start, all right? You're losing your support privileges, okay, buddy? And Mads ain't gonna try to talk you out of it like what I did last week with Grumpy, okay?
You're actually
anyway, continue, Mads.
You're actually
I
up a step. Yeah.
I love this chat. Oh, you guys are I know we can always say that, but we do have the best chat on YouTube. Hands down. All right, go ahead, Matt.
And I will never personally shame somebody for not liking something that I do. I mean, I have been on the receiving end of that so many times, and in not even just playful ways. I've gotten it in absolutely.
Let's not go there.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I mean it's just the universal thing, because I know it's something everybody universally loves, and I'm just like, I didn't care for it. That's why I'm joking. I'm joking about that.
Everybody has different tastes, and that's the beauty of this world,
That's weird. Yeah, it just didn't do it for me. I guess the giant monster stuff just doesn't do it for me as much as I think it should. I would love to do something like that. I would love to have Mongo on for something like this. Do that kind of talk. Do something that cool for him, because he loves this kind of stuff. He loves that. So anyway, man, sorry, my mic goes before it's like nice. I know, right? Oh my God, Starling. It's this weird thing, and of course I gotta stop. Of course we gotta. Guys, can we take a moment to stop and gaze at our share your profile? Every time you change your profile pic, my heart keeps melting.
She is a lovely nurse.
I think I have something that's wrong with me. Can you look at it, Sherry? Just.
Oh, she's never heard that before, ever.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If something happens to me, I want to check into where you are. Thank you, baby. It'll help me out. I don't want to lose my drawing. We love you, Sherry. We love you so much. We love you. By the way, guys, it is going to be a long weekend for me, because I'm off tomorrow, of course, well, technically I'm off because it's because it's July 4th weekend, but I do have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and it is for this thing right here. We're gonna get it drained out. So what that might mean is I may not be able to draw or anything for a little bit, but I'm glad that's getting taken care of. So for those who don't know, yeah, for those who don't know, I've said it before, I did develop a ganglion cyst on my wrist about a year ago or so. It's been there. It hasn't bothered me or anything. It's just knowing that it's right there, and it's just like, oh, dang it. Anyway, but that's what it is. So, but we're gonna take care of it finally, and I'm happy about that. I'm just happy to be at a place where I'm just happy to be for now. I'm just at like, okay, I'm not having to deal with stuff now. Granted, I still have a chipped tooth, and I'm still gonna need to get that extracted out real soon. But for now, I'm feeling better, much better. For the past week and a half or so, I'm feeling much better. So
people can complain about California as much as they want. California still has some of the best medical care in the world.
Yes. It's just that there's a huge caveat behind it. Just that you just kind of have to, filter, ish, kind of deal with it. But it's worth it. Anyway, I cannot believe we're going on this tangent. We still have 17 people watching. It's the art, isn't it? It's the art. It has to be the art. People like an art, I guess. And plus, I'm doing this in real time. Like, I'm doing the next page. This is page 21 of the sketch diary. So this will be next Monday's video, and I'm doing it and I'm starting on it in real time. That's the fun part.
I think it's great because, you have how many more pages left in that sketch diary book you have there?
Let's see. Let me stop. So if we zoom out, let me see. So this is page 20, page 21. Yeah. We're only a quarter of the book. We're only a quarter way into this sketchbook. We are only a quarter away in this sketchbook.
Okay. So we have about another year of sketch diary work. Mm-hmm. And then we can put together the audio backlog for the PDF or physical copy that you can sell on Lulu. Learn to draw with Makini.
But I have to thank our first ever dedicated guest, Northern Jeremiah, for this one, because I have known him for years, and he has shown me a lot of his work, and he has filled up every single sketchbook he's ever got. And that motivated me to make this my New Year's Eve revolution, to fill out every single page in the sketchbook, no matter what. No matter what, to do one page a week. And I am so happy that I made it to 20 pages, and I'm very committed at it. And I'm not even slacking off. And I have some bangers in here. I have some stuff I'm really proud of here too. So that's why I was kind of celebrating. That's why I think at page 25 we're gonna celebrate. Thank you. I know exactly. Thank you, Giant Cage. Appreciate that. You take all the time you need. Exactly. That's why I think I'm gonna celebrate at page 25. Do something that's celebratory. But I think it's a journey. It's a. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank y'all. It's. I think the best way you can describe this book is this is basically my life this year in 2022. This basically depicts what my entire year was, can be depicted in the sketchbook and all these videos I keep making. And I see we have a Fatal J in the chat who does not have his profile pic. Fatal, what's going on with your profile pic? What's going on? It's like a blank screen.
Yeah, it's got a fouled up photo thing on there, Fatal J.
What the heck? Fatal.
Hey, Wolfton Media, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Wolf. Guys are amazing. Anyway, let's keep it
Hey, Sherry.
Oh my god.
Hey, Wolf. Hey, Phil.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. That was the Fatal's picture is not showing up.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Go there. Oh my god. Stunning.
Not touching that. Not touching that. No.
Stunning. I Stunning. I'm led to believe you just messing with me this entire stream. You're just messing with me this entire stream, ain't you? You're Mad's mama bearing it.
To be fair, that's not a joke I'd make either.
This is Matt. He is doing what you were doing when I first
That's not
the first two seasons.
That's not a kind of joke I would make.
You were trolling the hell out of me for the first two seasons. I remember that.
True. Nope. Thank you.
I enjoyed her trolling you.
Yeah, because it was a
I'm
case
good at
of
it.
She's very
see
talented.
how many times. Let's see how many times I can make Maki blush in a span of at least an hour, or at least 30 minutes, or even 10 minutes. That's what it was for the first two seasons with you.
And for those of you wondering, it is 7 times in an hour for Mad's Mama Bear.
Yeah, that's a new record.
Hey, I am a third born and a youngest child, so
And
I
the
have
best
a lot
part
of
was-
experience in annoying people.
The best
I
part
would
was when I
never
started
guess
catching onto it, she then went to, okay, let's see how much I can make his hand blush when he's drawing.
It's fun. That's why most trolls don't bother me. I have a lot more experience in annoying people than they do.
I'm trying to concentrate here. You're like,
See, secretly, this is why he got me back into art, so I would stop teasing so much.
exactly. That was my exact reason. Because I know if you were going to do it, then Bruce was probably going to start doing it.
Yeah, but I can't raise your blood pressure. Like, not
No,
not the intentional way that like you want to have it raised.
No, because because what would happen? Probably us get into an argument or a fight or something that'd kick you off.
You want to have a cute lady in an oversized hoodie come over and act finally cute.
Yeah, that man. Just kind of like this. You guys keep me on track. However, you guys, the best thing is you guys keep me on track. You guys keep me focused at least. So
Yeah.
it builds that concentration up for me. So you guys are intentionally building. And oh man, this is you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. I keep saying that, but as we are really going into this right now, and I'm just kind of going off just really trying something a little more off the cuff a bit. You'll kind of see what the idea is as we get along. But I think it's what's up? What is it?
Yeah.
What?
I'm chuckling it off someone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mads is actually a short form of my proper name.
You have to find that out for yourself. I know what it is. Mm-hmm.
No, I make no secret about it. My name is Madeline. I was named after the Madeline book series. Both of my sisters loved it.
And I was like, I think that was the first time I caught that. I think I caught that immediately, and I was like, I remember watching that cartoon when I was a kid.
It was my sister's favorite book series when my mom was pregnant with me. So that's how I got the name.
What do you know? There you go.
The name Mads itself was gifted by Dean Winchester Roleplayer on Twitter. So I loved the nickname. It stuck.
All I'll say about my origin name, the origin of my real name is when Mama Maki was pregnant with me, she had this huge list of names, and then surprisingly, every one of her friends and coworkers who was pregnant at the time took every single name off that list, and there was only one name left, and they just went with it. There you go. There you go.
Oh man, see. In my opinion, if you have something that you've had your heart set on for a baby name and somebody takes it, that is grounds for unfriending.
Just like that case. It was that case. I was like, well, there's only one left. We'll go with this one. But sure enough,
Awesome One speaks the truth. I am completely a lesbian.
you are.
I am a dinosaur. I am Licholotopus.
What's going on here?
Okay.
Awesome, what are you messing with? Awesome was another one who loves messing with the chat.
That's hilarious.
Okay, no, Awesome was another one who loves messing with me. And so is Swigs.
Oh yeah.
Guys, if you guys have not followed me, I am telling you guys, if you want to see me at my most enthusiastic and desperate attempt at trying to be funny, follow me on Twitch. Just hit that follow button on Twitch. You will not be disappointed, because we cut up there a lot. And
Oh yeah.
and you see me at my most passionate too.
I maintain you are eventually going to have to do a drawing with the art pimp mobile.
Eventually. Could have lost it though. Could have lost in that race too. But I
I'm
didn't.
grateful you didn't lose it.
I'm pissed.
Okay, I just want to take a moment. Oh my god, these bubbles are looking great.
Should we blow your screen up? Do we need to blow your screen up? Hang on.
Just a bit, yeah.
Guys, we're 14 away from 900. Come on, come on, guys. I don't want to sound like a beggar, but still, we're 14 away from 900. 14. If we can get to 900, we'll do something special. You know that we're gonna get
When
to.
we get to 900.
Okay, 13. Scratch that. 13 away from 900.
Yep.
Which means YouTube's gonna do some shady things the moment I hit it, ain't it? Oh, you hit 900. Oh, we're gonna take a couple of them away, just a little bit. No, nothing more, nothing less. I'm like, you get. Stop taking it. Stop like.
Anyway.
No, I'm having too much fun right now. But okay, I think you guys ready?
Yep.
You guys ready? Okay, Bruce, you ready?
I am ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's time for the art talk portion of Makini Live. For those who are brand new to this, we do a.
Before you start, just give me a second to laugh the shell back.
No, I'm laughing at. No, I'm laughing at Johnny Cage's comment. Cage's comment. Cage's comment. That's great. Exactly. Let's just lose it. Lose it. You hear me at an octave you never thought you would hear me sound at. Anyway, this is the portion that. Okay, so for context. Jesus Christ, get that. Stop laughing.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Look at the chat. Look at the chat.
You suck, Shelly. Don't you dare. Hi, Queen. Hi, Queen. Hi, Queen.
We love you, Queef Bubble.
Stop. I hate y'all so much.
Okay, you can take me off big screen. I'm gonna die here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Deep breath. Okay, Shell.
Awesome One is watching Fast and Furious while he listens to us.
Okay, So this is the segment that we get into the art talk. For those who don't know, starting I think it was 2 weeks ago, uh, I started taking the recordings of some of the segments we do here at Makini Live, and I will put them as audio for the sketch diary videos now, because I've said this before. The hardest thing for me when I ever do those Monday videos is just trying to find something to talk about, and people seem to really gravitate, and I mean this, people really do seem to gravitate on the there's a really good I think Mads and Bruce can agree.
Mhm.
There's a real good reception the past 2 sketch diary videos we did. People really engaged with that. Like, I think even with even I said with yesterday's, even with last week's video, you know, where Bruce kind of took most of it, and I had to do a lot of edit, and Bruce knows because he watched the video. I had to do a lot of editing, and I had to tell people to watch the entire stream if you want to get like the full context, because it was too much. There was only so much we could get under like a 30-minute.
There's only so much Bruce you can stuff into a half-hour sitcom.
Yeah, there's no way I could be able to get into 30 minutes. So I had to do a lot of extensive cutting. Just at least to some of the more good bits, because I think those are much more important. So we do this we're doing this as a segment starting this season, where we go into an art discussion, we go into art talk, and I really get into it myself, and we just do it normally, and I just kind of figure out the topic, and then we just kind of go. So but for today, and I think we need to get ourselves ready and going here, because this one is interesting, and I ask you guys, and I want to ask you guys this: just stick with it, because it is getting somewhere. I mean it. It is getting somewhere. Just stick with us for the next 30 minutes. And hopefully you'll be able to understand it more, because I think it is really important. So, okay. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Clear comms. Mute yourself. Mads, if you're gonna laugh, just turn your mic off, because I know you're looking at the chat right now. Okay. Because I know you're looking at chat right now, and I'm looking at it too, and I'm like, you guys will not stop, will you? So stop. Anyway, okay. All right, Bruce, you ready?
Go ahead.
All right. Art discussion begins in 3, 2. I'm stunning. 3, 2, 1. Now. Okay. All right. So this is the art portion of this, because we're trying to keep a straight face here, because our chat right now, for those who don't know, our chat is blowing up right now, and they are just cracking us up. So that's how it is. Before we get started, I do want to say happy 4th of July, happy America birthday to everybody who's celebrating. Hope you guys fill yourselves up with hot dogs, barbecue, watch fireworks, and just celebrate, America's birthday. So
Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day, exactly. So, what are we talking about here? Now, I got to tell you, we finished this one. For those who are watching the playback, we did finish the drawing before the stream began. So, we're starting on a brand new one by the time you're going to see this video. This is the first time this ever happened. But what I want to talk about was something that I don't know. It was weird, I got to say. It was weird. It was just kind of had this jury feeling on Friday. And the team comes off. But I was just kind of feeling a little dreary on Friday. And I put this tweet up, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over this tweet, and we're going to kind of go over into the topic of discussion for the video. And for those who don't know, what I may do is I'll try to put the tweet up on the video for tomorrow so you guys see it. But I did just wanted to ask an honest question. Has my work is what I'm doing not enough to stand out? Is not just my style, is my work not doing enough to stand out? And we got a lot of great I got a lot of really good responses that honestly it some of the responses really did hit home for me. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over all of the responses I got. And Mads, Bruce, they'll chime in as well. So this is a recorded show for those who don't know. This is recorded from today's or at the time of this video, yesterday's Makini live show. So anyway, the reason I was feeling this way is just because I guess it was just that envy or anxiety or whatever, just that I guess it's just being on social media and just like trying so hard to like, step out, do your own thing and try to really, get people, get that, definitely get those people to, check your stuff out and, just try it's going to be hard to me to explain this, but if it sounds like I'm complaining, I am going to try my best not to. But I was just in this weird headspace on Friday. I wanted to just kind of address a lot of the comments I got just because I think that really, really helped. Really did. And it's stuff I took to heart. So you ready to get started? You guys ready? Okay. So the first comment I got, first response I got, and this came from Mastermind 9991 on Twitter. It says, "I think it does. I think you were one of the first I started to follow, and definitely unique." I appreciate that. I really do. And hopefully, if it's not, hopefully it's not some kind of. I don't want this episode to be like a glowing praise or anything. It's just I want to just address the chat just because I think that's important. Just the comments, just because I do think that a lot of this does hit close to home. I guess that I say thank you for that, and I really do appreciate it. Just I've been going through a lot of it, just kind of like almost like a change, like a metamorphosis in a way, or like a adjustment. I'm still kind of like, being 32, and I'm still trying to find, what is my style, trying to find my voice, trying to find my, trying to find that uniqueness about myself. And that's something that I did bring up, and that's something that we brought up last week or 2 weeks ago, was the whole, your style is going to change, and it's going to change naturally over time. And you're never going to be set on one style your entire life, nor I think you should be. So that
at least it will evolve.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to evolve. It's going to change. It's never going to de-evolve. Last thing you don't want is to have a style that just de-evolves. You know what I mean? And
stagnant with your talent level.
Exactly. Just become stagnant and such like that. But let's continue. The next one, J Review says, Twitter said, "I wouldn't say that. Your work is really good, has a very distinct, almost noir vibe. Sometimes the algorithm is just cruel, and I think this is a good start for discussion." Those who don't follow, if you guys don't follow Loki's Mornings and Mischief, he does his morning show every day, and specifically he does a show on Wednesday that is straight up about YouTube talk. about growing on YouTube, about just kind of, you know, what your space, what how you are in the space. And it's really helpful information that kind of put me that really did help me put on the right track. And one of the most important things that I've been hearing a lot recently is don't chase the rabbit. And now, you know, we're not going to go into extensive detail, but, you know, my co-host Bruce, you know, he didn't chase the rabbit, but for a good portion, it seemed as if the rabbit chased him for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it shouldn't be, and I think that's important, how it should never be chasing that rabbit, or in this case, you know, the algorithm should never be a barometer, should never be the deciding factor. And if you have like a dead account or a dead channel, or if your quality of your work. And that's the thing. Sometimes the algorithm is just cruel. And I think it's a good litmus test on why you should never follow it. Bruce, I guess from without kind of spoiling too much and just kind of keep it as general, would you agree on that statement? Do you feel that same way?
I would definitely feel that same way. For about 4 weeks, no, about 2 weeks, I saw real, just explosive growth going on, and I don't know what I did differently. I didn't change up a whole lot. I did a few more uploads, but I was seeing huge numbers every day, which, you know, for some people, this is going to be laughable. 40 or 50 new subscribers a day till I hit like 960 subscribers. And I'm pretty okay with that because I do like being a small channel. The reason why I like being a small channel is I do enjoy going to big channels like the Friday Night Tights, or I like going to places where there's a lot of people, big community. And the only issue I have with that is that the chat scrolls by so fast, they don't really get a chance to appreciate it or interact with it. The panel does not, unless it's a super chat, and then they'll read it aloud. But very rarely do they really get involved with anything else. And there's nothing wrong with that. Good job on your success. Good job on your merch sales. I think that's wonderful for you. But with the smaller channels, I've had 20 people in my own chat stream before, and I'm not having a hard time keeping up with what they say and what I want to say. But I can see where if you have 75 active chatters at once, you are not going to be able to address everything you want to. Something or someone's going to get left out if you thrive on interaction with the people there. And so therefore, I do like the smaller, more intimate streams. I do like the lack of production values that I have. I don't want to have to raise that level to where I appear like this is all I want to do. I want to have a big ass YouTube channel with a 4-minute introduction. I want to have a closing song, and I want to make sure I have dancing clowns and midgets. I don't want to get involved that much with it. For me, my aim with the social media is on a hobby basis. And that's great for other people that have different aims, that not everybody gets the same thing out of their interactions on the internet that their neighbor wants. But for some odd reason, the algorithm had picked me, and for about two solid weeks, I'd wake up and my inbox is just dumped with YouTube notifications. And I'm thinking, whatever I did it right. I'll write it out, and I'm going to continue being the person that I am.
Exactly.
And I'm at almost 970 subscribers now. I don't really worry about it. I've got an agreement with a coffee company that I really love. They give great coffee. You can ask Mads, and they do a fantastic job in making sure that I get my shipment on time, because I pay for my stuff. I'd rather pay for my stuff. I give discounts to people if they want coffee, but I don't want anything for free. I'm a plumber. This camera and internet, this is just for funsies for me. For other gentlemen and ladies out there like yourself, you're going to earn a living off of it because you're going to grow. You're going to grow huge. And you've got merchandise that people can buy and they can put up and they can show others. Check out this new Makini draws piece I've got. It's in my hobby room, or it's in my man cave, or it's in my wife's bathroom, or whatever. You have a definable product that if anybody would be chasing the algorithm, I would have thought that you would have put somebody to work on that for you, because your product is what you're doing with your hands right now. You should have somebody that's trying to help you with that, because I would love to see more Makini draws all over the place. Your work helps define the world that I want to see. And I know that sounds crazy, but I would like to see more of what you provide. And with what Mama Bear's done, I love her doll work. I would love to see her do more doll streams.
Right.
You know, that's completely unique. That is a niche audience she's chasing, but I think her doll work is fantastic, and she can do panel streams and talk about culture. But when she does her doll work, that's where you see Mads just come right out, and you see who she truly is.
Absolutely.
Especially whenever she's interacting with a little bear in the background.
Absolutely, and I think in general, yeah, it's just like you don't chase the panther, you don't chase that rabbit, and you should, and you don't, and that doesn't apply to YouTube. That applies to everything. That applies to Twitter. That applies to social media in general. You know, guys who see all that, and just like, yeah, that's the thing. Is like, the algorithm is cruel. You know, if you want to grow, it's just, you know, you just gotta do it for you. Anything,
yeah, exactly.
You know? And I know they're easy. I know, especially on Twitter. And hey, Snowdub. And I know, especially on Twitter, there are definitely multiple ways I can be able to do it to grow and such. I should probably look into that.
Nope. Keep going organic the way you're doing it right now.
You're going organic, yeah.
You're organic.
Well, no, not what you're meaning, but I know what is like. I guess in the ways of following the trends, you know, do whatever the like doing what like following trends. I'm like, just like you know how you use it here is like, okay, what's the trendy topic, talk about and such like that, pop culture, entertainment. You know, Twitter is there's always like an art trend, or there's always like a certain character that gets really popular, and you see so much fan art of that character. You know, yeah. I could go that route. I could go all those kind of routes, but I do understand that it's just. If I do nothing but that, then I think that's going to be it's going to be more of a detriment than, you know, what is.
I think if you did,
you may enjoy unless you really find enjoyment in that. Then I will definitely do that. But if it's something where, say, if it's like something that became trendy and every artist is doing it, and you know, you notice that people are growing because of that, and you want to try it maybe you could try it yourself. But if it's just like you try it and it's like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. It's just like, nah, I don't want to turn in something that's just like, oh, it's just half-assed just because that's what's trending right now. It's just like, I like putting my time into it. Like, I always say this whenever it comes to like stuff that like happens on like social media and stuff. I'm always late to the party on it. Always late to the party.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
I think one always guy gets out there like there was a character in the fandom, or so affiliated or loosely affiliated with fandom, and last year or 2 years, 3 years ago, he made a screeching fest of a video about a movie getting Best Picture, and it was a foreign film, and they used it on a big satire movie media site for YouTube, and he got like 5,000 subscribers right away. And now if you go check him out, he doesn't have a whole lot of an audience that's there participating. I look at your watch hours, though. You're over 5,500 watch hours there. people will watch your stuff all the time.
Yeah, I get that. I get it. Yeah,
And just because you don't have a huge subscriber base, so it's like, how are you not over 100 or over 1,000 subscribers? Well, I don't know how he's not, but I'll tell you, his fan base is loyal as fuck.
I've said this before. It's just like, yeah, I am at, and guys, I'm stressing this out. There is a point behind all this. There is a point to what we're saying in this discussion. Just bear with us on it. Just please.
Just
bear with us on it.
If you wanted to grow like another 30 or 40 subscribers in a month, I would tell you, and you would go for it, you would do 5 different Cara Dune Makini drawings.
Yeah.
Ink them up, and you'd even put a couple on your merch store. Because I know you would get Twitter follows, and you'd get Twitter hate, and you would get the spotlight on you for a little bit. But you're not chasing a rabbit. You're just doing what you do.
Exactly. That's the thing. And I speaking of which, I guess the person we haven't heard from is Mads. I guess you're kind of in that same boat. You're kind of like, yeah, just like don't follow the trend. Just do your own thing, right?
Well, to be fair, actually, I did try that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I did try, doing the popular thing, like everyone's saying, oh, you need to do reviews, you need to do this, you need to do that. And the problem with a lot of that is, one, yeah, you really need to be on top of it, and that's not my style. I don't like doing the reviews.
You can't.
That really showed. And unfortunately, that also, in that process of, as you guys are putting it, following the rabbit, you're not putting who you are genuinely out.
Right.
And that was, I've done a lot of introspection on this as of late. So, and that's the unfortunate part with my channel is so many of my subscribers really don't know who I am.
Right. So totally. So it's just I think that's the best. I think it's kind of the best way. And I know that's something a lot of people kind of said the same thing. So I know we're probably not as unique with our kind of our saying, because it is the same thing like everybody's still saying. It's just like, why it's important not to chase the rabbit and just do your own thing and just kind of let your growth happen naturally. People will find you regardless one way or other. You just have to stay with it. You have to stay for the course. You just have to continue putting out the content that keep putting out, quality content, but it, most importantly, put out content that you want to make, not anybody else. You want to make it. And I think it's always the thing. It's just like, make sure you're making it, make sure you're doing it, make sure you're happy about it, and make sure it's something that you're passionate about. Because you'll find its audience there. You'll find it there. You don't need a freaking rabbit. You'll find their audience then and there. Believe me, there's an audience for everything. So.
I think that's actually, like you mentioned about what you're passionate about. And I think that right there is one of the key things. To this day, one of my highest rated videos, or quite possibly my highest watched video, is talking about what was it, the Holocaust and mental health and all of that. And it was some comment that was made by some, I'm gonna go with well-meaning kid, but it really set me off, and it hit me in a place that was very, very genuine, very raw. And you do wind up hearing that in the video, and I think that's why it became such a powerfully watched one.
Right. Absolutely. So let's move on to the next comment, and I think this next comment is part of the reason why I do this, why I'm doing this video, and why the reason I wanted to do this topic, because I think this one hit me the most. And this comes from none other than the amazing duo of Master of the TDS and Raiden Raven. Guys, if you guys have not followed Master of the TDS and Ryan Rain, please do so. They just got their channel monetized, and they had an amazing monetization celebration last week. That was a lot of fun that I had the pleasure to be on. So, Master, thank you for this comment, because this one kind of hit close to me, home for me, and I think it's something that I personally, it highlights what I personally take and such. His comment was, "What are you talking about? It definitely stands out. My only criticism would be that sometimes less is more. You tend to go very detailed, and while it's really nice, don't forget that you don't always need so much detail." Okay. From the first stint, this is part of the reason why I'm making this video, or why I did this topic. And this is also part of the reason why, or this is almost in a way directly the reason to why I am not per se going a new direction, but you're going to see a little approaches a bit different. And I think this is where the most important part of the video hits with me, because why I think this is, I'm going to take more of the helm on this one, because it's more than just trying. It's more, it's a mentality. It's a mentality that I have spent a good while of trying to get out of. So, to preface this, when I do inks a lot, and when I do work a lot, the most common, one of the most, let me ask you guys think, what is the most common thing, and I want you guys to take a guess. What is the most common thing that people say that you think I hear about my work? What is the most common thing? And I want the chat to answer this question, and I want you guys to answer this question. What is the most common thing you think I hear about my work? Bruce?
If it's female focused, you know how to do butts right. Especially if that's coming from a man. A woman will talk about another woman's butt, especially in like an environment where it's more intimate. But women don't usually talk about that in mixed company. Not much at all. It's rare.
Okay.
And not everybody's a Twitterati or a female comedian. So I'm just going to say that they might say something like in the female locker room talk or in a female bathroom, but not where there's, like I said, mixed company. If it's a guy, more than likely the guy is going to be oogling the part that the femininity is especially accentuated on your artwork, which is atypically the curves. And I'd say more recently, in the last 3 months, your work on the eyes has really started to pop.
Bruce.
Like they almost stare directly at the viewer.
Bruce. That's a good answer, but that's the wrong answer, actually.
Okay.
Mads?
Honestly, I'd probably lean towards more of the, and I know I'm just as guilty on this one, of the standard "oh my god, she's amazing" type comment. I will completely own, because 90% of the time I don't know exactly how to put it right into words,
You're close.
Yeah.
But still off. Should I tell you right now?
Oh,
Go for it.
It's the detail. It's the
I can see
detail.
that.
Well, that's why they like their ink work.
And this is coming from, and I'm saying this from and this has come from when I was on Instagram and such. I put because I have such this focus on trying to be detailed that it does potentially become a detriment. And the reason is that you can focus so heavily on it that it might take it away, that it might take people away from it. That if you're trying, it's that sense of it's detailed, yes, and it's the effort's there, but I always have gotten the sense that people want to tell me that I'm trying too hard, that I'm trying to do too much, when you only need to convey so little. And that's something that's been at my crawl for years now. Something I've been trying to figure out. And it's a mentality. It's a mentality that I've had a really really tried to figure out the pieces. Like, okay, you're trying to put so much into it, but yet you can see it's only able to come out as so little, whereas someone can do the same thing with so little and they're able to convey so much more. That's the key point. Less is more. I'm not saying that, I'm going to stop doing detail work all the time from this point forward. No. Do you remember that? Do you remember the old saying, work smarter, not harder?
I had a chef that used to tell me that all the time.
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. How to be able to convey so much more while not trying so hard to convey so much more. And it really is a general breakdown. And it breaks down to mentality. I can't help myself wanting to put so much line work on just this one area. I can't help it. It's a habit for me. It's nature for me to do that. But I also understand, is that you can do so much more with so little. If you're not, you can pull back and can still convey that same feeling to it. You can still create a great piece, even though you may have not put so much detail into it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't put detail in everything you do, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to start learning how to I'm trying to learn how to not go completely all out, I guess you could say. To not just throw everything at the kitchen sink at it. To just, be smart about it. Pick and choose, pick and choose, figure out, see it as like a problem solving exercise, just like, okay, you have something here. Don't try to do so much of it. Don't try to convey so much of it, because I really mean this when I say this. I've had pieces where people say that they appreciate the detail, but they'll appreciate the detail in the background, not so much in the foreground, because it's the case where what you're doing in the background has so much power. There's so much power. It takes all the power away. It takes all the focus away. When you focus on the foreground, and I know I'm looking at the comments right now, and Grumpy is really. You guys are hitting it. You guys are definitely taking me to school. You guys are definitely taking me to school on this.
Yeah, man, I'm going to be dissenting on this. I like the Geiger-esque quality that you shoot for in your work. I love the individual hair strands. I enjoy the fact you can count the wrinkles between the digits whenever they're articulating things in their hands. I think the detail level of yours is great, and I think it's fine. There's other artists out there that do a lot less with line work, but they don't do detail work. And I don't buy their stuff. I like H.R. Geiger. I like the way you do your work there. I love the way you've got hair. I think your hair work is probably in the top 5 artists that I look at. But that's just me, and I'm okay with being the lone dissenter. I also play first edition D&D whenever I can.
Right. Totally. It's a yeah, and that's what it is. It's honing your craft. You're right, and it's just I do see that it's just sometimes I've always had that feeling, always had that worry. It's like maybe I'm trying to do too much. You're mentally trying to do so much when you only need to do is convey so little. Or is just try to hone in on where it counts the most and where it's going to catch people's eyes the most. But it's going to be where it catches your eye. It has to. You have that. You cannot take. I can't stress this out enough. You can't take away what makes you happy. You can't take that away. You cannot sacrifice that. It should never be a sacrifice. In terms of your art, in terms of craft, what makes you happy, you shouldn't sacrifice that just so you can be able to get that extra, extra like or two, that extra follow, that extra, push. That should never be sacrificed. And I agree with Awesome One, and I understand what Awesome One's saying, and it does sounds like to me 2 different art styles trying to force themselves onto you. Or is you're trying to force 2 different approaches to it. It's a complicated issue, and it's complicated for me because I've been trying to. It's like I'm spending my life trying to decode it, trying to figure that out. And I'm not asking for a pity party. This isn't like that. I'm I am so worried to try not to turn people off this video, but I'm looking at the stat. I'm looking at there's 15 people still watching this entire time. So they're not turned off at the slightest. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in more so you guys can get a front. There we go. Anyway, at point it stops being fun and turns into work. And that should never be the case. It shouldn't. It should never be the case. And as you can see, I'm going here. I'm using a fine tip marker, or a marker to just define a bit more of the hair strands. But you're not fully focused on. You're not trying to put so much into it. It's trying to work smarter, trying to be better. I don't know. It's the reason I wanted to highlight this comment just because I think that hits with me, and I think that something I want to try is start doing, less is more, being able to convey so much more even with so less. Just because I think that's important. Because I think that's important for me as an artist to be able to do that. To be able to mentally be able to do that. And not feel like you're trying so hard to put detail in there when it's like you're trying to press, it's like you're pressing down on it just for the line, just so that the lines can come out. But in reality,
just do it. Just put the line, just draw it and the line comes out. You don't have to press it down. I think metaphorically, for me, that's the case here. And that's one of the comments, and that's why I wanted to highlight Master TDS's comment, just because that, believe it or not, that hits home to me. And that hits home to me in a way that not many people realize. So, yeah, that was just, Mads, I don't know if you have anything to kind of chime in on this, because I know that's not.
No, I am thinking about it, and I don't know how related this quote is, but for some reason it keeps cycling in my head. Coco Chanel always said, before you leave the house, take off one piece of jewelry. And that school of thought is really just, take a look and just bring it back just a bit. And that's really was the thought behind that statement.
Right.
And I am a big advocate of, if this is something you want to try, or you really feel the need to, absolutely give it a try. See if it's something that sticks. Your line work, though, is something I see, like I have commented 100 times about in chats and stuff, and I see people commenting about it all the time, because your line work is absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Take care, Bowsette.
Take care, Bowsette. Sorry if it's a little heavy, heavy on the side. I just wanted to kind of bring this out, but you're right. It's just my mind. It's,
as artists, we always have that struggle of, is this really what I want to do? Or the one, like when we probably talked about the concept of the imposter syndrome, which plagues all of us, because we are always going to be our own worst enemy and our biggest critic.
or in this case, am I doing not enough, or am I doing way too much? Or am I trying way too hard sometimes? Do I need to, is it important? Do I need to experience what it's like to just kind of dial it back a bit? To see if it becomes, see if you're satisfied with that. To see if you can be smart about it.
Absolutely.
Not just, it's a mentality. It comes down to a mentality, and it's a mentality that I am still trying to decode, still trying to get out of. But it's just how it is for me.
I can guarantee you, the people you and I learned from, the artists that taught us our work, how we do our work, are guaranteed have the same struggles. It goes with it. There will always be that question of, am I doing enough? Is this, could I do more? Can I look, I see this artist, I really like how this artist works. Maybe I could try some of their techniques, or see if that would improve my style. Because the day we stop trying to improve our styles, the day we really stop growing and being really who we are as artists.
You give up as an artist.
Yeah.
The day we stop improving our styles, the day we give up as an artist. The day we stop enjoying what we put on paper is the day we give up as artists. I don't want that. I try so hard not to make sure that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Next season, I'll put away the miniatures.
No,
And
dude, don't.
For just a day, I'll put up the miniatures, and I'll get some inks and some paper, And you're going to see exactly what I have absorbed in the last 2.5, 3 years.
Okay.
And you're going to see me do an imitation of what I've absorbed. And you're going to probably see how well you've taught.
Okay. You stop learning, you start dying. The shark must keep moving forward, and so is one's art.
I mean,
yeah. Okay, I think that honestly, I think that answer alone is probably enough for its own segment, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a good talk.
Though Megatron as well. I mean, not only did he start out with us as a wonderful artist, I still would love to sit down and learn some of his techniques on just recreating the metal effect. Because I absolutely love how he does that. But the dioramas he's been working on lately are absolutely gorgeous. And that is something that I would largely attribute to hanging out with Bruce.
Right. Let me move this over so you guys can see it. Okay. But this I still think that and if Master TDS, if you are watching, I did make this video in as a kind of a response to your comment, basically, just because it did hit me. It did really got me thinking, and it did really get me to really kind of analyze myself in a way. So I can't thank you enough for that, dude. I mean that. I can't thank you enough. If you guys see Master TDS, let him know that Monday's video is basically a response to his comment. So just because it that really did get me to think. So thank you for that, dude. You're amazing. The next comment I think is really just as amazing as Masters is the one from YouTuber Animane. Animane, if you guys have not followed Animane, he's an amazing person. He's an amazing individual. I hope we soon get to, I'm still holding out. I want to get him on the channel because we have so much to talk about and so much to geek out over and so much to really get into. But he made this great comment is that standing out among the crowd is always hard, especially when there is so much content out there pulling at folks' attention. But I can honestly say your style is your own. It definitely stands out.
One other thing that happened this week.
Go ahead.
There was a Minecraft player.
Yeah. Technoblade. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, I just heard that he was one of the bigger Minecraft channels on YouTube, and he tragically passed away. With cancer at only at 23 years old.
Yeah.
With his whole life ahead of him. And I remember people were watching a couple of videos I watched one video from YouTube I follow, Sensitive Sided, talking about that. And, he makes a great point. It's just like, God, it's just like those moments where you just realize how precious life is. But anyway, what were you going to say? Sorry.
Oh, no, his dad put a channel out there. Or his dad put a video out there. The video title is So Long, Nerds. And his dad's petting a dog. And he's keeping it together.
Yeah.
Or he's talking about his son. And then he lets his son recorded a video shortly before he passed. And you hear him say goodbye. And at the end of it, his dad is just barely keeping it together. And that, for those fans out there that play the Minecraft, that like Technoblade stuff, we get it. Okay? And we're there with you crying, man.
Exactly. And Animane, I think, makes a great point, is that, truth of the matter is just that, social media, we talk about, social media being, a blessing. It can be a curse. It can be in the wrong hands. It's just, it has done some good for social media. It's definitely done some good, but you cannot you cannot ignore where it's definitely this is leading us into, where kind of the world's kind of leading us into. But what he said is that, yeah, it's like, your style is of your own and it does stand out. However, it's just it's just the time that we're in, where we're so consumed with so much content out there that it does make it hard for people to truly stand out sometimes. And I think for that, it's just, it's like you have to be like really unique. You have to be like really special or something like that to stand out. And I think you just, it's cracking in a song. A lot of times it could be just cracking the code or something like that, or just like magic happening. But it's just, it's a good point. It's just like people, when when you're on YouTube and such, a lot of people, no matter how much you want to say this, like, we do it for us, and we legitimately do it for us. We do it because we enjoy this platform. You always do remind yourself is that, there's so much content out there, and there's so many, it's always been, people are trying to get eyeballs for like people who really do care about it. They want to try to get as many eyeballs as possible. And it's like, if you really want to stand out, it unfortunately that is the case. That's just the nature of it. It's just that because media has become so easily accessible, people can access in a snap. They can access my stuff in a snap. They can access any other artist stuff in just a blink of an eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's important. I think for that, it's just, I think in more lines, I think that's why why it's become so important to really just focus on yourself, really. To not, I know it's kind of more of a selfish thing, but just really focus on trying to please yourself, trying to improve on your own work, not let that, chasing a rabbit, that old rat race thing bring you down, or just affect what your productivity and such like that. Because that's going to help with long term. That's going to help you grow in the long term. It's going to help you grow in the long term. You focus on improving yourself, improving your craft, and focusing on your own craft, and focus on, it goes right back to this old thing that my friend once taught me on Instagram, is that, yes, as as artists, as creators, we're our worst critic. We're very harsh about what we do here. We're very harsh about our own work. But even then, the thing that I've learned that's going to take me to the grave. I mean that's going to take me to this grave, and I'm going to never forget for the rest of my time on this planet, in this life. There has to be a point where you just have to be happy about what you're putting out. Not have to be, but what you're putting out puts you such a big smile on your face that you end up being very happy about what you put out. That you end up being so excited about what you're putting out that it shows. And there was a time when I was on Instagram, a lot of work that I did was because of that. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you this because this just hit me. Hang on, I'm going to stop. I'm going to tell you this, and I want everybody to listen to this.
if I didn't have that, if I was never told that, dude, you got to be happy about what you're putting out. You got to be happy about your drawing sometimes. You have to have a drawing that makes you so happy, that's so excited about it when you finish it. I'm going to tell you this, right? Are you guys listening?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Max?
If he never told me, if my friend never told me that, this whole CSF Nation thing would have never existed. I'm not kidding. The SCF style, this whole style that we tout about, sexy, cute, and fun, or cute, sexy, and fun, that came from that, being told that. Because I started putting work out where I was like, I don't want to stress out about anatomy anymore. I just want to just do something and just say go. Just go. Just go. Don't think about it. Don't think too much about it. Just go.
Yep.
And this style came from that. This whole campaign came from that. Where we couldn't worry. Where it was just about having fun, just making yourself happy. I made a lot of pieces that I became so excited, so ecstatic about. And all of it, and most of it came in this style that I was working on. No joke. No freaking joke. So you owe that. You can say thank you to my friend for that, because the whole CSF Nation thing would not have started if he didn't tell me that. If I didn't remember that. And that's important. It's like, guys, as artists, yes, it's important to critique. It's important to always want to improve. It's important to always want to get better. It's important to always want to grow and learn from the masters and just, create the best work that you can. And it's always important to critique your work, to always say that you can be better. But you cannot forget that, dude, there's just some pieces that you do, there's some stuff that you draw that just make you happy.
Ronin soul.
You end up feeling good. You legitimately end up feeling good the rest of your day because of it. And you get so happy that it shows. Your enjoyment of it in something you're very pleased with, sometimes that really it resonates with the audience. Like, if you're not enjoying what you're putting out sometimes, the audience isn't going to feel that. And I think that's what helped me. And I think in the sense that think of that mindset, that helped me a lot, because I became more confident doing stuff on camera, And now I'm thinking about this right now. I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube. I probably wouldn't be doing Makini Live right now if I didn't have that confidence to do this on camera. And that was because I started becoming happy about what I put out. I started finding things to be happy about what I was putting out. That sometimes your own enjoyment matters. Sometimes you do art just to make yourself feel better after a long day. Sometimes you had something that you felt so inspired by and that you were so happy that you achieved that you had to show it and you had to tell people about it. That's like me every day. That was like me every day on Instagram and Twitter and such. That was like me on social media. I just realized the reason I'm like I have like this like high up in my voice right now is just I just realized that.
So
I just realized if it wasn't for them telling me
If it wasn't for my friend telling me that, like 3 years ago, I probably wouldn't be doing this YouTube thing right now.
So we're
And
going
just
to need to
showing
do
that
a
joy, and showing that joy I have in some of the work I do to you guys. I'm sorry, this is just like a big revelation to me. It just hit me. Sorry. Go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead.
good eureka moments are nice to have. Your brain is advanced to where you have them probably 6 or 7 times a day, but you don't realize it. But I'm going to tell you that we probably should have in the future a appreciation stream for Nina and John Talks.
Exactly.
And we should probably do that on a Sunday, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be at 900 viewers. As much as I blame Jed for me being inspired for it, dying in the hospital almost, John Talks is more responsible for my quote-unquote success on YouTube, my popularity, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to measure it by. Thank you, John.
And Grumpy makes a great point. I listened, and look at me now. I listened, and look what I'm doing now. Doing a Sunday show. Doing a freaking show where I'm talking to my friends. I'm drawing in front of the camera in front of like 17 people right now. 17 people who are watching, who have never left this freaking channel right now, who are still watching and who are engaged about this. I cannot believe that. I really cannot believe that. It hit me. It just hit me there. Shit. You guys don't. Sometimes I'm like, some people just don't. Sometimes I just wonder. It's just like, you guys enjoy it. You guys enjoy the stuff I do, but sometimes people just don't understand how passionate I can be about it. How passionate I am about it. And I think it's something nobody can ever understand, is that how passionate you yourself are about stuff. How much this means to you, how much this means to your life. Because I cannot physically exist without it. I guess you guys understand how much this means to me. And how Grumpy said it the best way, man. If I hadn't have listened, if I had not have listened to that, I probably wouldn't be doing this right now. Shit. Sorry about that, guys. That just hit me. That just really just hit me there. Bruce, that's yes. Anything you want to chime in? Because I feel like I've pretty much exacerbated that point to the ground at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grumpy has another banger there. He says, "So keep going, and your fans will know." You look at a person like Gina Carano, who I always thought she was a skilled fighter. But then she started doing movies, and Haywire was great.
Oh yeah.
And she just kept at it. She keeps growing. She keeps getting better. That's the same for you, for me. I mean, Mads, the Bowsette said something in the chat earlier. It's like, there's a lot of channels that do doll videos. And like, there's not a big audience for that. And a lot of times when I've watched other doll makers, I don't feel that connection to them. I don't see their humanity while they work their craft.
I know exactly what that's talking about, because I do watch a fair amount of them, and I'm connected with a bunch on Instagram.
Sure, but I don't hear that same level of like what a mother would think about, what a mother would say while they're working with that. You have a measured, experienced voice, and hearing you work with your dolls and your crafts, it comes out.
Thank you.
That's the one void I would like to see filled, Mads. I would like you to put out more content.
That is actually something I am eagerly working on. Maki knows. I have been knee deep in completely rearranging my apartment. And you guys noticed even last week where
The
I've got
natural lighting.
the natural lighting. I am loving the natural lighting. I really want to get a better desk because it is becoming a real pain in the butt to to play with the watercolors on this desk. That really needs to be thrown out. But I'll get there. And I do have something very big. I am hoping to get started very soon because I want to have it done by the anniversary. And that's all I'll say on that.
I think we can easily say that there is enough out of this discussion for one video, probably 2 videos. I could probably cut a few segments out and get multiple sketch diary videos on it. You think?
We will do the too long didn't read trilogy later.
Yeah, it's just like revelations and such like that. And there's I need to do what we got. I want to get through the last 2 comments, and both came recently today, and they came from Grumpy. So Grumpy, thank you for the comments. He just said it simply. Okay, I think I will follow now. Don't worry about standing out in the crowd. That will turn into your focus. Focus on doing your best work and your best to keep learning and improving. That will be what people see and will stand out. I agree. I totally agree. And then the last comment was, there's always room for improvement. You have achieved a high skill level with your work. Keep at it and go to the next level. Go sequential. Thank you. Thank you, Grumpy. I appreciate that. But I think to kind of put a capper on this, I am truly blessed to have you guys as my chat. And I thank every single person for those comments. I do not take those comments for granted. I take those to heart. And I make sure my mission statement is to make sure that what you guys said is not falling on deaf ears. That is right. I have been listening. That I am listening. That I am constantly, and I'm making sure that it applies to every facet of my life. Because I'm truly grateful. Bruce said it best. I'm not good at responding to compliments, but when it comes to critiques, when it comes to people breaking stuff down, I respond well to that. I take that to heart. And I take what you guys say to heart, no matter if it's a compliment or a critique or whatever. Because I want to improve. I always want to improve. I always want to grow. I always want to get the best. I want to be able to live my best life as an artist, as an illustrator, as a journeyman. That name means something. That title means something. And that's my own title. It's almost like a code. It's like a code I want to live by. That I want to spend the rest of my life living by. Because this is a journey for me. This is a journey.
everything I want to do is a journey. That I want to be able to live. That I want to be able to. I want to be able to, when that day comes for me to be called home, I want to be able to leave knowing that I did everything I set out to do and that the journey was worth it. And that you achieved a lot and you did so much to impact so many people. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn. I'm not trying to sound like that. It's just the likes, the shares, the comments, the retweets, the followers. That it. I always say 1K. I want to get monetized just because I've seen so many of you guys get monetized. I've seen so many amazing people get monetized. It's fucking incredible. And it feels like every other day I see a new person may cross that finish line. And the incredible support I get from you guys really means a lot for me to get that cross that finish line too. But the greatest compliments that I have ever gotten, and what means more to me than just getting monetized on YouTube, is being told, I mean this, being told to my face that the people started drawing from watching me. That's the greatest, for me, that's not only the greatest compliment, for me, that's one of the greatest achievements. It's inspired people to pick up a pencil and draw. That means a lot. It really, really does. And the fact that I have inspired co-hosts to do this, the fact that I've had guests who want to get back into it because of it, that means a lot. It really, really does. And that's something I cherish. That's something I cherish forever. It's just knowing that I've inspired you guys to do the same thing that I'm doing, that I spent my life doing. Whew. Anyway, that's it. I think that should be enough for a video, right, guys?
Let's go for another 23 minutes and make it even 3 hours.
Okay, I think we have enough. I think we drove the point home.
No. The horse just twitched. Kick it again.
Stop. Stop. Oh
honestly, I think Grumpy has a point, and you could probably make this into a multiple series. Part 1, part 2.
I know, right? Just
Max, relax. We appreciate any pineapple or any pizza. Sometimes not together.
Definitely not together.
You're incredible, guys, and I want to. We do got to wrap it up because I need to make the video, and I need to make the video, of course, and also I need to get set up for tonight's stream as well.
Where will you be streaming at, Makini?
Twitch.
What will you be doing?
I have not figured that out yet.
Maki will be doing the cha-cha slide live on Twitch.
Shut up.
3 steps back.
Oh my god! Thank you guys for following. Seriously, thank you guys for watching. We got 18 people watching. How amazing is that? How amazing! I am truly amazed that whenever we do these these art discussions, we don't lose a single viewer. Everybody ends up becoming engaged. How amazing that is! How amazing is that?
That is absolutely fantastic.
I'm glad to be doing this. But before we go, 2 things I want to say.
30 like hype.
That and not a bad start, right? See, we got a good start. Not a bad start. I'm gonna try to do more. I'm gonna try to do better with my close-ups, though, so you guys can see like a lot of. I think people appreciate the line work a lot, so I'm gonna try.
She kind of looks a little vampy there.
I love it.
I'm gonna try to do better with my close-ups. I'll say that much because people seem to kind of to like the close-up, especially when you see how close the tip of the pen is and how it's how the ink is, how you see the ink and line work come together.
Just the tip.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna do another picture of her later on, wrapped around your arms and shoulder and chest and biting your neck.
No, but, I want to. But before we call it today, I want to do a. I want to do a shout out, or I want to do a shout out because he doesn't need a shout out.
No, the card doesn't need a shout.
No. This artist is fucking incredible. No, but I did mention that I am going through kind of a change right now, a little bit of a change with the work I'm doing, especially with the line work here. I'm going to try to do less to convey more, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to see as much like extensive detailing. Just and I'm going to follow Johnny Cage's advice and try that too. So you're not going to see me just like extensively detail as much. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll see what I mean when it comes together with this week's work. So, but I need to share this because this is manga artist Akihito Yoshitomi. And let me just speed this up regular quality. If you guys can, just please share. Please subscribe.
Please subscribe to Makini.
This is incredible.
900 subscribers.
No, him. This is incredible line work. This is incredible work that I want to aspire to be right now.
It's all right.
Don't start. Let me save it after, Bruce. But just want to do a shout out just because I think his work is incredible, and it's a work. Of course, it's the work of a professional, so a true professional.
Let me put the link in the chat there. Hold on,
bro.
Hey, Mock, what we have? Do we have a link for that?
Yes, we do.
Please.
He's got nearly 700K. Up, so
yeah, and you officially have 890.
It's amazing.
Seriously?
Oh my god! I don't know. I don't have a clip to celebrate. Damn it! Thank y'all. Seriously.
Should I dance on camera?
No.
Oh.
19 people, nearly 20 people watching, man. You guys are amazing. Anyway, we're going to get out of here.
Hold up. We have a Nederlander in the chat.
What?
Someone Dutch. Where my father comes from. Yeah, Max.
Really?
Yeah, dog.
One of my friends is also Dutch as well. So
he said he's been listening to us while he makes pancakes because it's midnight over there.
Damn, I go some pancakes.
Pannenkoeken?
Anyway, we need to get out of here. I got work to do. You guys are amazing. The fact that people are still coming here and the consistency really does show. And you guys are the best chat on YouTube, and I can't thank y'all enough. And of course, I don't know if this was due to the culture raid or something, but thank you, culture, for always the raid. And the best thing is that when people usually do the culture raids, they tend to kind of stay, and I like that. I always want to always want to try to make sure I make sure I give you guys enough content that's worth staying. You know what I mean? That's worth staying and worth following. So. We are 10 away from the magical 900, so I got to do something special. So I got to figure something out. We're so close, guys. We are 111 away from that magical day. And I promised that I would cry on that day. So if you want to see me cry on that day, you know what to do. I got a lot of stuff planned for that day when we hit 1,000. One of which being, of course, that we're going to do a Taco Bell stream with Ords to celebrate. Another thing is that we are going to be doing a special sketchbook tour. It is going to be we're going to go on that stream. We're going to be going through at least 15, 20 different sketchbooks that I've collected over the years. So you guys get to see what my work was like before YouTube and all this. I think you guys are going to like that a lot because there's a lot of stuff that I think I did that I think you guys are going to really like. Even if it's just little sketches and such. I've collected I've kept hold of all my sketchbooks since high school, basically. Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to be something special for you guys. So anyway, Bruce, Mads, y'all need an outro, or we can just go ahead and
I'm going to say one thing to advertise.
Okay.
Tomorrow night on my channel, Janet from Another Planet and I will be discussing the 1986 movie Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh boy.
It is my favorite movie of all time. While I'm discussing that movie and the trivia around it and the various aspects that I just can't get enough of because there's not been a movie that has eclipsed it, in my opinion, I will be painting figurines from a very little seen board game based on Big Trouble in Little China. If you are into that sort of thing, please swing by my channel. I'd be more than happy to bring you into the conversation and discuss things with you while me and Janet recant on the panel about how it was back in 1986 when this movie was released.
That was before my time, so
it is a timeless movie.
I wasn't even conceived. I wasn't even a womb yet. I wasn't even a fetus yet.
You were a dirty thought at the time.
I was probably just a thought, yeah.
And this is the end of this painting on this little elven figurine. I am really pleased with what I did.
I would love to. I could totally do that, especially if it's in a very more artistic way, Shay, and that in like a not completely sexual way.
There are times when you need schlock, Makini.
Mm-hmm. However, I do have stickers on my Etsy shop. I will have the news. The next sticker drop is, of course, Cortana, and I will try to get those, start putting that together tonight before this week, so we can have it in time. So, but in the meantime, I got about 12 left of both the Mai and Katsu Tifa stickers. So if you guys want to try it, I will be shipping everything out this week. Guaranteed, possibly tomorrow. I'll be probably shipping everything out first thing in the morning. So check that out. Like I said, guys, we are 10 away from 900. I might do a giveaway. I might do a giveaway of some sort. We may do some. I do want to do a special drawing or something just to commemorate that. May do a special print. May do an art auction. I don't know. I may do a giveaway special print or something. We'll see. We gotta figure something out for 900 because we're so close to the end. Anyway, guys, you guys are amazing. You guys can please step on that like button, share the stream out, and please, if you guys are brand new, please subscribe. I love doing this content. I love doing this. I get to share my joy and passion with you guys, and you get nothing but genuineness from me. You get nothing but genuine art from a genuine person. I guess that could be said. Genuine art from a genuine person. Or a genuine artist. I guess. I don't know. Let's see what I think about that. But that's I'll stick with just one tagline. I am Makini90, artist, journeyman, and illustrator. And I'll see you all next time for another video or live stream. So until then, take care. Happy 4th of July weekend tomorrow, guys. Have a great week, everybody. And as always, much love.